Hey everybody, welcome to Rick's Tips number 8. And today we're talking about tough times don't last if great plans exist. After 30 years of helping people with their finances to get to and through retirement, there's definitely a series of things that you must do on an ongoing basis regardless of what's going on in the economy and what's going on around the world. So obviously, everybody's hurting right now. There's 6 million people laid off. We don't know if we're going back to those jobs. We don't know what's happening with the economy and the stock market, and your 401k, and all your other investments, the real estate holdings you have. Lots of things to be confused about and possibly even frightened. But I can tell you again, after 30 years of working through plans that have had many changes throughout those plans, I know one thing's for certain: tough times don't last if great plans exist. So we start from the beginning and we say, where are we at today with everything? Our cash flow, meaning what's coming in, what's going out, how much will we need for retirement? What does our current tax structure look like? Has anyone ever looked at our taxes to say it's consistent with your investment plan, it's consistent with your retirement plan, it's consistent with the time frame in which you're going to take Social Security? All of these things matter, because if you look at each item, taxes, Social Security, 401ks and other investments, real estate, the retirement age in which you want to retire, if you look at all those things individually, it's real tough to make great decisions about your money. And right now everybody's kind of just deer in the headlights, right? We're all looking at it thinking, okay, I just want it to be over and then I'm going to pick up the pieces. But let me tell you, right now is the time to pick up the pieces. Do not delay. The stock market's extremely volatile, but again, we can't consider just one piece of the pie. We have to consider that whole pie all at the same time. We need to look at everything all at once to say, are we still on target? I can just tell you from my own experience of working with our clients. Every client I've talked to, we go back to our Wealth for You plan and we look in the software, we're still on track. So, and you may be too. The fact remains that things might be okay. Maybe you weren't very aggressive in the first place, or maybe you have a long time until retirement. There's a bunch of factors that come into play. So I'm just trying to help you focus on what's really important right now, which means number one is, do you or do you not have a plan? Do you have a roadmap you've been following? And can you go back and look right now and say, where do we stand today? And if you don't, we right away need to get some kind of plan in place, some type of roadmap from this day forward, your point A, where you're at today, and where you're going to be, point B, at retirement, sending the kids to college, buying a second home, whatever those things are, we need to determine where you're at presently so we can then forecast to determine where you're going to be in the time frame in which you want to be there. All of those things are important. So don't look at individually, look at everything together to say, are we still on track? So number one, if you don't have a plan, get a plan right away. And I'm not talking about a portfolio, I am talking about a plan. Lots of folks have a portfolio. It could be an IRA, a 401k, a brokerage account, at the bank, wherever. But we need more than a portfolio. We need a plan to determine if we're on track. And if we're on track, then we need to keep paying attention to it, because when you're doing planning, it's never an event. It's a process forever until the day you die. So we need to be on top of it. And if we're not on track, let's think about the things we can do to focus to get back on track, let's say for retirement. If you're not on track for retirement right now, there are 4 things you can do. You can always say, okay, I want to retire at 60, maybe I have to wait till 62 because that's when the earliest time I could take Social Security. Or maybe it's figure out how we can live on less. Can we pay off the mortgage? Or are there any things that we can do right now to change the course of our spending? And I'm not talking about whittling things down so you don't have a lifestyle. I'm talking about strategic cash flow strategies. Number 3 would be, can I earn more on my money? Was it positioned poorly and I just took a huge hit? Can I rebalance? What can I do with my existing money to make sure I'm getting a better return over time? And number 4, of course, is saving more. Wow, what a great time to be investing because the market's taking a hit and it's so low. So 4 strategies right away you can do to maybe get things back on track would be determine really the retirement date, maybe retiring later. Number 2 is figure out how I could get a little bit more debt free. I'm not talking about paying everything off the house. I'm really not all about that, but definitely credit cards and things that we could get paid off prior to retirement. Number 3 is earn more, right? 2% more on $100,000 over a 10-year period is about 60 grand, so that would be worth it. And number 4 is there's any way we can figure out how to set aside more dollars to get it into the plan. So again, tough times don't last, great, and if great plans exist, so let's make sure we got a great plan, and look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.